Is it time to go fishing yet? But you know what? First, we need to get some bait. All right. Oh. The
way he would describe it was something I
Thanks.
Alrighty, 757 is going to be your total today.
Sorry, we're gonna do that again. I pulled it out before.
You're totally fine. We got a new system, so like this one, it takes so long, and then you're like, I think it's good, and then it throws a fit.
There we go.
Email printed, not at all.
Print it out.
And you are all set. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It begins. So we're in the office, and the reason is because the worms are in the office. Check this out, guys. It's been 30 days since we went to Becco and got those super worms. Look what's happening now. The worms have not only crawled into the empty egg crate, but they got there in solitary confinement by themselves. You can see they crawled up there. And they get into the C shape. They start curling. And once they start curling, bam, they cocoon. Look at that little guy. The reason I'm making this update now, or this part of the video now, is because just yesterday, he was a worm in a C position. So this guy's turning into a beetle right now. It takes about 4 months in the superworm or mealworm phase for them to get strong enough to get into a cocoon or to turn into a cocoon. So we could only guess how long they were at Pecco, right? So let's say they were a month old or 2 months old. That's 60 days, that's 2 months. Then we need another 2 months. But these guys have been there at least 3 months because they're starting to cocoon. So we're gonna separate them. We don't want any of the other superworms. There's some superworms in here. You grab this spoon here that are escaping the heat of the day. And they are in here. There's one. So these guys aren't old enough. There's another one. But these guys got into the egg crate and started to cocoon. We're gonna separate them because the other superworms, if they're not getting enough fluids from the potato or the zucchini or banana peels, whatever you put in there to keep them alive and strong, they might start biting and eating on those cocoons. And if I'm not mistaken, it takes 20 days for those cocoons to hatch into beetles. Then those beetles are gonna be the ticket to make infinite trout bait. So we got a worm farm, ladies and gentlemen. We got a worm farm. All right, let's separate them. Okay, I got this from Amazon. It is some wheat bran. And then also I got this Fluker's high calcium cricket diet. It's just something I sprinkle in there. But basically we're gonna put the cocoons in here. We're gonna put a little wheat bran. So when they turn into beetles, they have someplace safe. And then also, this also has a cover, as you can see. It's an old salad container I cleaned out. The worms were in here initially. I moved them into the bigger apartment. So there we go. I'm gonna poke some holes in this. And that way the beetles won't jump out, fly out, but they'll begin the nursery in this one. Maybe enough to get them started. And we'll gently put the beetles in there. I just cut the egg crate carton in half. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna put them aside. Let them continue to marinate. And then these worms, when they're ready, they could crawl in there and sort themselves out. I did put them in small sauce containers from the restaurants before, and that's one way you could force them to turn into cocoons. I just tried this this time around, and hey, they got in there by themselves. So that's good. That means they're ready. And the other way, when you force them, you might lose some, because some aren't going to be mature enough. There's a little piece of zucchini. Some might not be mature enough, and they might not change and might die, and you're going to lose some super worms and mealworms. But I'll update you again when those guys hatch into beetles, or if any of these guys get in there and start wanting to cocoon. Guys, it's time for our update because we have beetles. So let me show you. These beetles are going to be laying a bunch of eggs to make a whole bunch of superworms. Look at, they're active right now. Let me show you what they're doing. So the beetles live in the crate. As soon as they hatch, I flip the crate over so they could hide under there. And look at them go. They wander out, and I've noticed that a few of them will do this thing where they're like bouncing their bum and then digging the wheat bran over it. So they're laying eggs for sure. And maybe in a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, there'll be a whole bunch of superworms. We have a worm farm, ladies and gentlemen. We have a worm farm. So I'll run some older video of a previous worm farm, all of the superworms that we've gotten used from that, and then I'll run a little video of us using the superworms for trout bait. So thanks for watching this video all the way through. I know it's a little different. If you like it, let me know. Maybe a thumbs up or subscribe. And I'll post some, of course, fishing videos, but sometimes maybe post these random videos. But anyways, thanks for watching again. And we got a worm farm. We got a worm farm.
I think that's without the bobber.
Oh my goodness. Let me just...
I got a smaller one. You got a small one too? No, I think it's big. The other one was bigger, the first one that bigger, I caught. Right? Oh, that's a bigger one. You know what? That's a bigger one.
Oh yeah, nice one. Maybe many want to eat this one.
Ah, that's a big one.
Look at that, anyway.
Yeah, we could keep that.
It's a good one.
Ay, may net. Yan. Okay.